Welcome everyone to my channel, Alien Diamonds. Today I am doing a WIP and chat. For those who don't know, WIP just stands for Work in Progress. I'm going to be talking about random stuff. You're welcome to watch, or you can just listen to me in the background as you work on your own thing. I am working on Plant Delivery by Yuumei Art from Diamond Art Club, and I am so close, guys. I'm just finishing Kiki. I'm hoping that I can finish the 2 colors I have left within this time frame. I did try filming this earlier, when I had none of Kiki done, and that was wildly ambitious. So, I'm starting over. It's been such a bad week for me, like, restock-wise. So, a few days ago, I'd gotten an email from Diamond Art Club that was like, hey, by the way, flower delivery is back in stock. Now, this... Okay, well, I love this diamond painting. For those who don't know, flower delivery is like a very... It's also by Yuumei Arts, and it's also got Kiki, you know, it's very similar vibes. The one thing that I think is saving me in this situation is that as much as I love this, and it's gorgeous, and I have enjoyed doing it, I've enjoyed doing everything except the wisteria. All of the wisteria in this, every time I've gotten to, like, the purple wisteria, I've been like... I don't know what about it. I just have not enjoyed doing the wisteria at all. And flower delivery also has a lot of just wisteria, so... You know, I saw that it was back in stock. I think it's already out of stock again. But... You know, it did cross my mind. I was like, oh, do I want to buy that? And I was like, you know what? No, I don't. Maybe a few months down the line when I'm more removed from the absolute hell of confetti that this wisteria has given me, if it comes back in stock, maybe. The other thing that I didn't even get a notification for this one, but when I went and checked my wish list, I saw that it was back in stock, was Under the Stairs. Also by Yuumei Art. Also with Kiki. That one was more tempting, because it's a different vibe. You know, it's inside, but it seems like it still would have a lot of confetti. The other thing with both of them is, like, I know exactly where I'm hanging this diamond painting, but there's no space next to it to hang other diamond paintings. And, like, if I had multiple from this kind of series, I guess, if you'd want to call it that, I'd want to hang them next to each other. And I definitely, like, there's no space next to where I intend to hang this one for other things to go next to it. So that's a no-go, just right off the bat. And so, even though, I don't know, same thing with flower delivery. Maybe in a few months, if they come back in stock again, when I'm more removed from this one, I might buy them. But honestly, if I don't end up getting those, it's not the end of the world. I got my one Kiki piece in. I love her. She's gorgeous. I'm so excited to have her done. I'm so excited to hang her up. My like, stats this month for, like, my month in review are going to be so skewed because this piece is huge. Oh my gosh, I didn't even mention, so... Oops. Backtrack a little. Plant Delivery by Yuumei Art from Diamond Art Club. It's square. It's got 76 colors. It is roughly 70 by 130 centimeters. And it's got 143,310 drills in it. I started this one back at the beginning of April, on April 4th. So it's been almost 2 months. And yeah, like I said, I'm excited to be done with it. And currently not in any rush to start anything similar to it again. I do have, because right now I've only got 2 WIPs going, this one and one more. So I'll probably just focus the end of this month on my other WIP, since I'm should be finishing this today, but after that, come next month, I think I'm gonna start on Modern Witch by, I think, Sasha Arts from Diamond Iron Club. I think it's Sasha Arts, but I might be wrong. So, the flower delivery and Under the Stairs, I think I'll be okay. I don't, like I said, I'm pretty sure flower delivery is already out of stock again. So, even if I just changed my mind on that one, I couldn't order it at this point. But then, this morning, I woke up to an email of a restock notification for Written in the Stars by Ivy Dolomore. That's a smaller kit, and I've been trying to not buy too many kits this month, but I am very much in danger. I want that one so bad, and then just a few hours before filming, I got another notification that Away From It All by Ivy Dolomore is back in stock, and guys, I think that was one of the first, like, I don't even remember when I saw it, but before I'd bought anything from Diamond Art Club, I'd seen a YouTube video with Away From It All, and I think that was one of the first Diamond Art Clubs that I saw somebody do a video of, where I was like, I need that. So essentially, here's my plan, because if y'all follow DAC, Diamond Art Club, you'll know that they're doing a anniversary release this weekend. They're releasing 50 kits, and I'm assuming, and it seems like a lot of people are assuming, and I don't know why they wouldn't do this, that they're going to have a pretty good sale going on. So, what I've told myself is that if Under the Stairs or Written in the Stars and or Away From It All are still in stock by Friday or Saturday or whenever that sale goes live, I'm gonna get them. That's the plan. I mean, I do need to talk to my wife and see, like, budget-wise, I might only end up being able to get one of them. Written in the Stars is a smaller kit, so it's obviously cheaper. I'm really, really hoping that at least one of them is still in stock by Friday or Saturday. And if there's somehow not a sale, I do currently have points saved up that I would be able to get them with. Lucky for me, so far, none of the, like, sneak peeks for the kits releasing this weekend have caught my eye. That could change. You know, there's still a few more days and quite a few more releases to come. But so far, none of them... I mean, some of them, like, I've liked a lot of the images, but not to the point where it's like, I would care to diamond paint it, if that makes sense. So far I'm safe on those. It's just those two restocks that... I don't know. In some recent videos, I've talked about how I don't want my diamond painting stash to get too big. But I noticed that I'm really close to 50 subscribers. When I checked just before filming this video, I was sitting at 44. So only 6 more and then I'll have 50. I'm also extremely close to having 50 diamond paintings in my stash. And it crossed my mind, I was like, well, what if I did, like, a stash video with 50 diamond paintings for 50 subscribers? Like, I don't know, that sounds fun. So now I kind of want to get my stash up to 50. Like, I have 40 right now in my stash, just of today, because I bought more yesterday that came today. And I don't know, I think there's her face, guys. Her face is done. It's like, I only have to get 10 more. The problem is, I don't know, because I think it was when I was at 40 subscribers when I was like, oh, I'm really close to 50, and this idea crossed my mind. And then it was only like a day after that that I reached 44, so I was like, oh, I might get to 50 sooner than, like, I always get more subscribers right after posting a video, which makes sense, you know, because, like, it's a new video, YouTuber's gonna push out to a bit more people, new people are gonna find me, like, it makes sense that they kind of, I get more around that posting. So, I don't know, there's a chance that after I post this video, that I'll be at 50. Which is, if I do buy the two Ivy Dolmores, if they're still in stock this weekend, that gets me to 42 in my stash, and then I only would need to buy like 8 budget ones. There's several like 6-packs, like pack of 6 diamond paintings on my Amazon wish list right now. And one of them is actually of a bunch of Vincent van Gogh things. So I've been wanting to get those anyway for like Summer with the Masters. I'm not going to actually like officially participate in the event, but just to do on theme during that time. So I would just have to get like that pack and then like 2 other ones, and then I would be at 50. So that's kind of my thought right now. Obviously, if the 2 Ivies got out of stock before the weekend, then I might end up just buying. I mean, if there's still a good sale, then there's still some other Diamond Art Club kits that I have on my wish list that I might buy then, but otherwise I could just get some other budget ones from Amazon as well. But if you are watching this video and you look down and you see that I don't have 50 subscribers yet, you could maybe subscribe if you're interested in seeing my stash video. I do intend to do that once I get to 50 subscribers, which will probably be sooner than later. Also, it's crazy to me that I'm already at 50 subscribers. I mean, I know that's not even really that many, but so I've tried to start a YouTube channel multiple times. This is the first like diamond painting one I've tried. I've tried starting YouTube channels multiple times, and they've always never played out really. I've never posted like more than 2 videos to the same channel, and the most subscribers I've ever gotten was 6. So like compared to that, 50 is, like a lot for me. I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, it's kind of more than I was expecting. I've also been way more consistent with posting than ever before. Like I said, my previous channels have never gotten more than like 2. Like I've never posted more than like 2 videos, so makes sense that I wasn't getting that much traction. Other diamond painting related stuff. So I don't know if any of y'all have tried out like the diamond painting wheels, because I've been diamond painting for less than a year. I've seen the wheels, but really I've only seen people in shorts use them. I've never seen like somebody use them in like long form content. The only like I'd watched a video, I believe, by Diamond Painting Anonymous, who I think she had just mentioned them, that she tried using them, and that well, first of all, before I'd seen this video, I'd been interested in them because like I love multi-placing, and that's just seemed, when I first saw the wheels, I was like, well, that just seems like multi-placing on steroids essentially. Because the biggest multi-placer is only 15. If like who knows how many a wheel can hold. But back to, I believe it was a video by Diamond Painting Anonymous, Daphne, where she had mentioned the wheels and mentioned that she didn't like them because of like the tape kept sticking to her finger. Specifically, I remember that she was annoyed with the tape. Anyways, I ran across this video on YouTube by the channel Crafts and Critters. I believe that's the channel name. I'll put it on the screen. I'll link her below too in the description. And she had mentioned, like, essentially it was she uses a wheel, and this video is kind of focused around that she uses a different kind of tape than what comes with the wheels normally. And I was like, well, since the main complaint I've heard about the wheels is the tape, maybe if I'm able to use this tape, like I can try out this tape that Crafts and Critters is recommending, and then maybe it'll be fine. And like I really wanted to try the wheels and just been reluctant because of that one like review from Diamond Painting Anonymous. So, she linked to the tape that she was using, and I bit the bullet and I ordered the tape and a wheel. And I've had it for a few days now, and so I've been testing it out, and it definitely has a very steep learning curve, which, I mean, I knew that was going to be the case, so that's not, like, that's fine. It's fine. I did try using it, actually, on plant delivery, down in the bottom corner, which I kind of regret, and I could not get them to, like, I could not get the drills to line up properly. There's just so much gapping every time I tried to roll them down onto the canvas. But then I switched to using them on like one of my budget kits, which, the grid is a lot looser, and that actually worked out pretty well. Still not perfect. Like, this is still definitely something that's going to take practice, and I think that perhaps over time I could, as I get more used to it, that I might be able to use them with Diamond Art Club kits as well. But for the time being, I'm using them on budget kits that have more space between all of the, the grid is wider spaced. Though, like I said, I specifically ordered the tape that Crafts and Critter had recommended, and that was the first thing. I didn't even try putting in the tape that came with it when I first got it, but immediately, like, I could not place any drills. They were sticking so much to the tape, and I'd rolled them on my shirt. So, I tried again. I rolled it on my pants, I rolled it on the shirt, I rolled it on the couch. Spent a good amount of time trying to roll as much lint onto it to get it less sticky. Drills were still sticking to it more than the canvas. I could not. So then I eventually peeled off that tape and put on the tape that the wheel had come with, and that actually worked better for me. So I don't know, food for thought, just differences in, I guess, how people work, and just kind of amusing to me. And maybe I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm probably doing something wrong. The kits that I had been using them on were, that I'd been practicing with the wheel on, were my two diamond paintings of the same picture that I'm trying to do the comparison project for. So I finished both of those now. It's a round drill versus like square drill comparison project. Nothing super what's the word I'm looking for? Original. But I thought it'd be fun to do. So I finished both of those, and I actually sealed them today just because I seal all of my budget diamond paintings. And so hopefully, probably this weekend, because I'm trying to switch to doing 2 videos a week, WIP and chat in the middle of the week, and then something else, just so that I have more variety and have, more videos on my channel. So hopefully this weekend you will see, like, the complete, like, breakdown of my comparison. Onto non-diamond painting related stuff, though. Obviously, this Monday was Memorial Day, and, well, I'm getting this video out later than I normally intend to, because I normally try to get these out either Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's already Wednesday evening that I'm filming this, because I'm having to refilm it. So part of that was that it was, well, first of all, because I normally film on Tuesdays during my kid's nap. But I also normally have therapy on Tuesday evening. So last week my therapist had, contacted me and been like, hey, I won't be able to do a session Tuesday evening, but I can switch it to afternoon. So, because I still need my therapy. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. And so I had therapy Tuesday afternoon when I would normally be filming my video. So I knew I wouldn't be able to film a video on Tuesday. And at first I was like, oh, well, I can just film it Monday instead, forgetting that it was Memorial Day. Because it was Memorial Day, my wife had the day off, and I don't know. I feel weird about filming while other people are home. That's just, like, my own problem. Nothing... Like, I know that... Like, my wife has specifically told me that she wouldn't mind, that she would just, like, go to our bedroom and just watch YouTube or something. Like, but, I don't know. It makes me feel awkward. So I know I wouldn't be able to do it Monday. I considered doing it Sunday because my wife went up to her friend's house, and her friend lives, like, an hour and a half away, so anytime she goes up there, like, she's pretty much gone all day. So she'd gone up there on Sunday, so I was like, well, I could potentially film Sunday, but that did not happen, so now I'm filming this very late. But I ended up doing something on Sunday. So essentially, we have a community pool that is supposed to open on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Memorial weekend, like the Friday before Memorial Day, is when it normally opens, or like is scheduled to open every year. But depending on the weather, it sometimes opens early. And so this year it had opened early. Last year, when it opened, right around the time it had opened, we noticed that they were starting to do construction right next to the pool. And we found out that they were building a splash pad. And, we watched the construction on it all of last summer, and, it went into the fall and then into the winter a little bit. Obviously we weren't able to use it all last year. But this year, when we got the email from the HOA that the pool would be opening a few weeks early, they also mentioned that the splash pad would be opening the same day, and that they were going to throw like a big barbecue type thing with it, and have food and drinks and that kind of stuff. And that's all fine and dandy. So that had been several weeks ago, and so come that Friday, I'd wrestled my toddler into their swimsuit. They hate getting changed. Like, they hate changing their clothes. They wanted to go swimming. They wanted to go play at the water park, but they always get super upset about having to get their clothes changed. Because it was supposed to open at, I think, 4 p.m. on Friday, several weeks ago. And, I got into my swimsuit, and, like, our roommates also wanted to go with their kids, so, like, my roommates were in their swimsuits. My wife was still at work at this point. So she wasn't home, but, me, my toddler, my roommates, and their kid were all dressed to go, specifically to play at the splash pad. I didn't want to go swimming that day. It was still a little chilly for that, and, like, I didn't have the energy to, like, get in a pool, but to sit next to a splash pad and watch my kid, that would have been fine. We go out there, and there's, like, caution tape taped around the whole splash pad. Oh, right, one of the things, so, my parents are the ones who own the house, and so, we're renting from them, but they're the ones that get, like, they're the ones technically paying the HOA fees, and so they're the ones getting all of the, like, HOA updates. So we don't get any direct emails from the HOA here. We always, like, my mom will just forward them to us, but she's kind of, she doesn't, like, check her email super often, so normally by the time she forwards information to us, it's a little late. But so there's, like, caution tape wrapped around all of the splash pad, and the pool's still open, but we're like, well, I don't really want to go swimming. Like I said, I didn't have the energy for swimming. So I had to take my toddler back home, wrestle him back out of his swimsuit, and then like convince him that it was okay to like do something else besides play in the water. And later that evening, my mom finally forwarded the email to us where the HOA had explained that the splash pad hadn't passed its inspection, so the pool was open, but the splash pad would not be for some indeterminate amount of time. So that sucked. And we were all just kind of sitting around like, well, we don't know when it'll open then. And like I have taken our toddler to the pool several times since it has opened, and we were just kind of waiting around to see when the splash pad would finally open up. It was this past Friday that my wife comes home from work and she's like, there are so many people at the splash pad. I was like, wait, is it open? And she's like, yeah, and it's packed. So turns out my mom has a summer job where she works like up at a ranch, so she doesn't even have service up there. So the splash pad had opened. They'd still done their party, but like because my mom had been up in the mountains, and hadn't been able to forward an email to us, we had no idea that it was opening that day. And obviously by that point I was like, I'm not going to a crowded splash pad. That doesn't, no thanks. Like I did not have the spoons for that right now without any sort of warning. But that meant that, it was pretty crowded on Saturday as well. And then Sunday morning, it was not crowded. So I finally took our kiddo to the splash pad on Sunday morning. So that's why I didn't, and we stayed there for a good while. So that's why I didn't, even though my wife was out of the house, and like I could have technically filmed a video then, especially after, being in the sun for the first half of the day. Like, nope. So now, here we are on Wednesday, and because it's relatively late, this probably won't even be posted till Thursday. But you know what? That's fine. It's fine. I'm not too serious about this channel. If it, like, I recognize that I have a life beyond diamond painting. Sure, it'd be great if I could spend all of my energy on diamond painting and stuff, but it's just, I'm a parent to a toddler who's turning 3 this summer, and that's kind of driving me wild. I don't know how that happened. Okay, I am literally so close to getting this done, guys. Yeah, it was fun. My toddler loved it. Our whole neighborhood is like farm themed. We have like a huge like fake water tower out at the front of our community, and the splash pad has a mini water tower. And every time we go outside or drive out of the house, we pass the splash pad, and our toddler's always like, a mini water tower or a little water tower. And then we drive farther and get to the front of the community, and there's the big one, and they're always like, a big water tower. And they love it. Guys, she's done. I'm so done. Wait, that sounds so... I'm finally done. That's what I meant to say. With Plant Delivery by Yuumei Art. I actually finished her on camera. I mean, the second time around. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, you're not even... I've had all of this rolled up in my lap this whole video. It's been very awkward. But I'm glad that I saved Kiki for last. Let me make sure that... Oh. And now I can finally hang her up. Except that I'm going to wait till my WIP my month in review. Because I have decided to do this month in review different than I've done in the past. I'm actually going to show the canvases in the video, like in real life, instead of just doing pictures of them. So I do have to wait. But it's done. Just under 80 hours, guys. 143,310 drills just on this canvas, which puts My finished projects for this month had over 200,000 drills, which is obviously skewed because half of this was in April. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe if you got this far in the video, and I will talk to you again in another video. Bye!